Well, there's lots happening here in the Quinte region, including with our friends around the corner here in downtown Belleville at Gallery 121. Joining us back again on the show is member artist Terry Hart, guest artist Kelly Whyte, and Jewell Allington, the featured artist, as there is a late summer show continuing on until October 7th. So Terry, we'll let you kick this interview off with kind of an overview.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. It's a beautiful show, and as you mentioned, it's already started, but runs until October the 7th. So there's lots of time for people to come in and see the walls, which are just buzzing with color and movement and intrigue all over. Kelly's is, as you mentioned, is our guest artist. And interestingly enough, she used to live in Belleville and was at one time taught by one of our members who is in the gallery already, Bill Keast. And so it's wonderful to see them sort of reunite as a teacher and former student. And Kelly herself is a former teacher herself who has since resigned, but is dedicating her time to working on her art. Her present show, Making Waves, is a glimpse of Prince Edward County through her eyes. And I love that in all of her paintings, you're struck by the movement and the light that she has interpreted in them. In her one painting, Making Waves, Kelly brilliantly captures not only the crashing of the waves on the rocks, but the ebb and flow as they recede back into the water. In other images, such as Sun and Cedar and Spotlights, Kelly really focuses on the use of the light, the shadows, and the dark. And they all help to create this fantastic movement that she has going on. Kelly was brought to our attention by our featured guest artist, Jewell Allington, who we have just met. And Jewell lives in Peterborough. And she told Kelly about the opportunity to come and be a guest artist at our gallery, and we were thrilled. And interestingly enough, now they're both at our gallery, and one as the featured and one as the guest member. Jewell's title of her show is Reflections, and it's bright, bold, and brilliant. And as is with all of her shows, but her reflections, what they have done, it reminds me so much. I don't know if anyone here is kayakers, but if you've ever been out on a kayak and you've got this magic moment where you've got the earth, the sky, and the water all becoming one, because the reflections are so bold and beautiful on the water. So looking at Jewell's painting, you're caught in that magic space in between where you're in the sky, you're in the water, and it's fabulous. Particularly in two shows that I absolutely loved, or two images that I loved, where it was Sunlight and Water and Remembering the Lake. All are beautiful, but the reflections are fantastic. And of course, added to the beautiful images of both Kelly and Jewell, we have all of our member artist paintings up and running as well. And it's a show that I think everyone would be thrilled to come in and see. So I'll let you go on.
Thanks, Kelly, or thanks, Terry. We always appreciate your descriptions. They're so great. Jewell, for you, what is it like kind of hearing the feedback from Terry, especially with your paintings up and kind of hopefully getting as many eyes as we can get on them?
Well, those were very kind words. And I know that I paint. Well, number one, I start on a black background. So automatically you have real depth into your paintings. And then, you know, I paint from light to dark. So automatically your images just shine. And I'm very bold. I use a lot of color, and nobody would say I was shy. So yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And Kelly, for you, kind of walk us through your process and kind of how you view things, especially with your latest collection.
I was really thrilled to be invited to the gallery. The gallery's wonderful, and so appreciative of Jewell for the invitation. I grew up north of Belleville, so I'm very familiar with the county. Lots of wine tours with girlfriends. Spent a lot of time at the Outlet Beach. Um, so when I was invited to show, I thought, wouldn't it be interesting and wouldn't it be neat to actually paint some of the images from the county? So that's kind of where it all started. A trip down to Wellington and over into the county, Long Point. My dad took a lot of pictures, so wasn't hard to find the most beautiful vistas to paint. So the waves were very captivating for me, and the one painting that Terry was describing, I love waves and I love the county, so it wasn't hard. Wasn't hard to put some of the life into that particular painting, but thoroughly enjoyed getting prepared for the show. A little bit rushed for time to get everything done, but yeah, I'm very pleased.
Do you paint right on scene, Kelly, or do you take pictures and go back to your studio?
I have done some plein air, some outside painting. Most of the time I try to take my own photographs. After I come back from a canoe trip or a hiking trip, I immediately go into the studio and try to paint what I see. The Making Waves, my husband and I did a little trip down to the county in April, and he had never really encountered the county, so taking all those pictures, and it would have been nice to be able to paint on the beach, but it was way too windy. So
thanks, Kelly, appreciate it. And Jewell, for you, kind of what struck you most about Kelly's paintings, especially her latest collection in Gallery 121?
Well, it's interesting. I grew up in Belleville and left Belleville when I came in training and to Peterborough. And I'm very familiar with the county. I'm very familiar with the beach. And so I could absolutely see the images that she showed. And honestly, the amount of light that shines on the water, and even her snow pictures, it's translucent. It's very captivating. But my paintings are more north, more Kawartha lakes, more lakes, and similarly as Kelly. And Kelly also is busy preparing for the studio tour, and so I'm hoping she has great success, and I'm sure she will. Yeah.
And Terry, as we wrap up here, how is membership these days? Is membership still holding on good as you get ready for more shows?
It is. We have several new members which have been here for a few months now, such as Jewell, and they're bringing a lot to the gallery, adding their insights and thoughts and getting totally involved, which is great. So we're looking forward to. We've got lots of good things coming up. We've got a great show right after Christmas. Our Aboriginal show is coming up, and you've been present for that one before. You've talked to David Miracle and that. So we've got some good things coming, and some great members and great work on the walls.
So Terry, where can people see the show if they can't make it, and if they can make it, what are the times that the gallery is open?
Okay, great. So the gallery is open from Tuesday to Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And as always, the show is presented on our website, www.gallery121artists.com. And 121 is the number 121, the actual numbers. So, and please come and have a look. But as always, it's much better if you come in person and see these beautiful works.
Well, Kelly, Jewell, and Terry, thanks so much for taking the time, and good luck once again this late summer show currently happening Gallery 121 up until October 7th. So with that, take care, and we'll see you on the next show.